Okay, welcome back, Twitch. This is Michael, and I am with Jason. He's still trying to plug the instruments. Let me know if you want me to unmute you, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead and do that now.
Okay, so now you should hear something. Yeah, here we go. I can increase your volume, by the way. So, the goal of this session, it's like yesterday. I guess you followed the game, Bubblecano. Yesterday, Jason composed the main song for the game, the main theme. And today we have to produce the in-game experience, more 8-bit, like old style. And what's next? Also, so Grant Skinner, who's the game developer, he sent a list of sound effects that we should do.
Sound effects, yep.
And you have them in your email now.
Okay.
So that's cool. And at the same time, yeah, if you can show my screen poll. Yeah, that's the... Yeah. There we go. And I will try to animate some stuff at the same time so we get a clip. And by the way, I would like to...
Are you going to play it? Play
show the scene. Where is the scene panel? Scene 4. And yeah, I want to... Yeah, here we go. I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's interesting. And that's not the right order. So when you create scenes, you can open the scene panel and then change the order. Because introduction would be like the main character flying in a bubble, then it will pop, and then he would dance on the Bubblecano music. And also, as we hear Bubblecano, I was quickly working on some characters in Illustrator. Let me show you the characters. There we go. So that would be Jason and Michael showing their heads on the screen and say Bubblecano. It's with some lip syncing just for this. So this is coming.
So while Michael's just loading that, and we were talking with Grant and Mike today, and I was telling them again, for those of you who were with us last night, and thank you so much again for joining us this afternoon. For the in-game audio, aside from all the sound effects and other little sounds that we'll make here today, just the loop that'll kind of play during gameplay, I just envisioned, this kind of old school 8-bit sound, and was using one of the samples here from a CR78 drum machine and played this part yesterday. Right, just kind of that classic. And you can kind of imagine, I'm trying to think of the kinds of synthy sounds I might want to go along with this. So I'm going to pull up a couple of different samples and see what we can get going on there.
There we go. Oh yeah.
That might be a little too much. You like this one?
Yeah.
I kind of liked the. I like this one.
Bubbly,
this one sounds bubbly. Just that. Now, do you guys think that would get really irritating? It could. We'll see. We'll make a couple, and then maybe we'll let Grant choose.
Yeah, maybe they can choose.
Yeah, and it'll be simple instrumentation. All right, so I'm going to start cutting up. Actually, I just want to listen to this whole track here and find a couple of the sections that we might use for the beat pattern. Now, as I talked about yesterday, part of the joy of recording with metronome, particularly for this kind of music, is that you can move things around and snap them in time. So once I find a section that I like, I can cut it out, turn it into a loop, and then I can begin assembling things against it and just know that everything is going to be in time because I played it against this click metronome. All right. Oh, all right, so let's see here. Right there. I think this is a good bar right here, 2 bars. instead, let's go to the other one here. I think Mesh liked this one. Perfect. All right, so we will create a nice little loop from there. Turn on some snapping so I can snap to the ruler. Same kind of snapping, or I should say the snapping that you're doing here is no different than snapping in Premiere, or the same kind of, snapping to guides and things that you're used to in other Adobe apps. Again, a lot of familiarities between, the audio and video side and the imagery and design side. Let's loop that back. So let's hear what the loop sounds like. Perfect. So it's a perfect loop, right? So I can just right-click on this or control-click, bring it into the editing view. And I'm actually just going to copy this. I'm going to make this into a new file. Now, a good sort of best practice for creating loops, because I play this, you can see I was
and
really...
we're still giving away free 1 year Creative Club subscriptions.
Oh,
stay
yes.
tuned.
Stay
Just
tuned.
share your animation with the Made with Animate hashtag. We'll review some animations very soon.
So what I'm doing here is I'm performing what's called a top and tail, where just going to the very beginning and very end of the loop and just making sure that it's a silent fade out. And we're talking really, what you're actually seeing here, these are individual samples. So we're actually down at sample level. So 5 samples is all we need to create a nice, smooth, continuous loop. I just want to know a couple things about my amplitude here. So I'm going to run my amplitude statistics panel. This is sort of an audio geek's best friend. It's going to tell you everything you need to know: peak amplitude, clipped samples, all that kind of stuff. So we've got about 9 dB of headroom. That's fine for this because we'll amplify it and do other things to it later. So let's just go ahead and save this. We'll call this Bubblecano. And this will be Game Groove 1, because we may have Game Groove number 2. All right. And we'll place that in this folder here, keeping it as wave. People ask all the time when they're making these kinds of things, should I do wave or MP3 or AIF? And the stuff that I'm handing off to Grant and Mike, being sort of a finished product, those are MP3 or compressed file formats. But while we're sort of in production, we want to keep these at the highest quality possible, so we'll keep it in wave, uncompressed wave. And that'll give us full fidelity. And again, we have headroom to work with, so we can really tweak the sound and really customize and make the sound, turn it into whatever we want, which is exactly what we want to do. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. We've saved it out as a new file. Go back into our multi-track here. Open up a new track. And my contact is not loading, Michael. So
What?
the soft synth is not loading.
Oh.
So
You want to reboot?
there it is. It just came up.
Oh, okay.
It took a while.
Just give it time.
Beat pattern 1. Okay, so check this out. This is super cool now. So again, we can modify this, and maybe we'll even have a couple. I'll take another section where we have some fill-ins for drums. I imagine this whole loop doesn't need to be more than about 8 bars long. Okay, currently this is a 4-bar or 16-beat pattern. So what I can do now is, now that I've dragged this into the multi-track, you can see here, I can right-click on this, and I can choose to loop it. And now I can drag this out for another 4 bars, okay? So this is an 8-bar pattern. And there we go. So that would effectively be looping while you're playing the game, okay? And like I said, maybe we would even do a 16 beat pattern, although I think this is probably enough, okay? So now that we've got that in there, probably the next thing I want to add is some kind of bass or a lead. And again, keeping in with, trying to make this sort of the game audio a little bit retro-y, I think it'll be nice to have, some kind of retro-y synth sounds. And maybe I'll even extend this just while I'm recording it, just so I have a little bit more to play with. It may not get used, but that's okay. And you can see again with snapping on, it snaps to the bar line, so I know this is exactly the duration it should be. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's pull up some samples. So we'll go into synths. Reopen the chat window too. Sorry if I'm not seeing your chats. Give me a second here.
So it's the game creating, how much coding is involved, so what language. So that's HTML5 game. Animate creates most parts of the, all the methods that you can call and all the assets that you can call. And then to add the logic, this is JavaScript, but you can check the code on GitHub, or just talking about maybe 200 lines of code. It's not that much. Oh yeah.
That's very simple, but that sound right? That's old. I think that could work nicely. Here, let's see.
Oh yeah.
All right. So analog bass. Got to kind of buzz and beep along with it. Let's pop out the chat. All right, here we go. All right, nice. Okay, so let's see. And that may not work. We can change the patch if we want. Set our input over here. We're coming in stereo. Like this. All right. And let's just take a listen for a second, see what this is like. More crunch. All right, we can make it dirtier. Actually, this has got, it's very fat. This might be too fat, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can make it a little, let's do this. You know what, I'm thinking it's almost, it just might be a little too bassy. I think it's right. It needs more crunch, but maybe less boom. So let's see what we got here. Okay, that's buzzy. See, and I'm using the decay. I want a really tight decay. Like this. That's actually in the key of G, so I'm going to play the pattern I was going to play in G. Tuned tom drums on this pattern. Here we go. Do we like that sound? Is that working? I see some digs.
I think it works.
It works. Let me just try a couple of. It just seems a little. I don't know. I don't know what I'm really looking for. I want something humanoid.
Oh.
This could be the one. And that's the thing with these samples. There's thousands of them. So, ooh, that's very big.
That's fast.
All right, that's maybe a little too much. Oh yeah, all right. People are liking that one. It might be too much. It might be too much for the drums. Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Drums. People always ask, how do you make them bigger, fatter, louder, whatever? So compression is the key, and you can use compression in two ways. You can use it to obviously even out dynamics, right? Changes in how hard an instrument is hit or how loud someone is singing or talking or playing. But you can also use a compressor as an amplifier to add additional punch, additional boost, and then you can also add things like a hard limiter. So I've got one of my favorite hard limiters installed on here. We'll go to this one called Ultra Maximizer, and I'm going to pull up a preset here called the Track Slammer, and that's going to do exactly what you would imagine. It's just going to make these drums fat, big, loud, and we'll be able to adjust that in real time too, all right? Hey, Bat Monkey. Yeah, I mean, yes, Portal Virus. I think that's why I got out of engineering full time, because you just start to lose it after a while, and then you start telling people, but yeah, don't you hear that buzz or that ring or that whatever? And no one does, and they generally don't care. So, you live depressed for a while. If you go to my blog where I posted the theme song, did we play the theme, Michael? The finished theme? I'll play bits of it here. I did a thing years ago before iTunes went to AAC Plus, before it was sort of high fidelity compressed audio, when it was still 128K AAC. I did this whole comparison on the difference between uncompressed and compressed and how much you were throwing away. And come on, ladies and gentlemen, save the world from overly compressed audio. But I gave up. Ooh, there we go. So here's without limiting. Sounds good, right? But here's with. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to turn down the monitor here. Oh, it's really, really hot. This bass is called Pushing Pulse. Very spacey, and it's monophonic as well. So let's take a listen. Let's just hear what this is going to sound like. Give myself 4 bars out. I think that could work, Michael.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I like it.
Okay. Again, we're trying to keep this very simple, right? You're playing the game, so this isn't going to be the distraction, because you're going to have shooting sounds, volcanic eruption. This is really, but I wanted that.
It's still groovy.
It's groovy, right? Yeah. I mean, and we'll keep the beats super, super thick, super loud, so you'll feel it. All right, let me try one more before we select that one. And we can do multiple versions here, of course. ET bass. What is that? It says phone home when you play it. Oh, Mesh likes that one. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to go with that one. By the way, a tip for people who are trying to, playing, starting on keyboards or piano or whatever. if you use monophonic samples and you're trying to show someone how many chops, like how good your chops are, how good your playing is, if you're in monophonic, it means only one note will play at a time. So you can really kind of just
pretend.
Right. Now, granted, I would say that these are very evenly played, but it doesn't even matter because it's monophonic, so it all just kind of glues together, right? All right, so we're going to go with the other one. I think that's the suggestion, and let's go ahead and just lay that down. As we do, wind it back. I'm going to add just one more section of this because I want to give myself a couple beats to get warmed up. And then again, we'll cut it and readjust the input there. So here we go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's it. Done. We got it. So, here's what we do now. I'm going to come in here, and now, again, this will be looped. I could really just take the edges of the, this for you here. I could really just shrink this up. I don't even have to do any destructive editing here. See how I'm just snapping it to the edge of the bar? And because I came in right on one, right in time, it just works, okay? And I can do the same thing here at the end, like that. Drag this over to the edge now. Just like that. Okay. Oh, and I only played for 3 bars, so I'll have to redo 1 bar there. That's fine. Perfect. All right. So I will cut this up, in fact, because I'll make 2 separate pieces from it, and that's great. So once again, let's go ahead and copy this. I'll drag this out. In fact, here I'll do this first. I'll make first 4 bars of this. Alright, so let's go ahead and copy this to a new file. I'm going to go to the end. I'm just going to paste in another one. And again, I know that it's going to stay in time. All right. Synthetic funk. Oh, right on. Well, there you go. King Kuba, yes. Making music on the Adobe Stream. Okay. So here we go, and we'll go to the end again. I'll come back over here to the original. And let's grab the other bits here. All right. We'll exclude that first section. Like this. Here. We'll take this, bring this piece in, snap it to the bar. Let's take a listen. All right. Oh, and you know what? I'm going, why is this not? So that's strange. That's got to be a bug. It should be 136 BPM, and the tempo here, it wasn't showing that a second ago. Bug alert! That's funny. I mean, it's not, but that was very strange. Let's copy this. It's 8 bars. I'm not even going to play it back. That's how confident I am in what I'm doing right now. Let's go ahead and paste it. like this. Now I'm wondering if I messed up the others. Let's go ahead and turn our tempo on here. 136. Let's go ahead and save this, and we'll call this baseline 01. All right. And I think right from here we can actually insert this into a multi-track. So we're going to put this into the in-game music. All right. Comes in on the bass track. And we're just going to snap this over. Like that. In fact, drag it in like this. All right, so let's take a listen to what we have. So we've got some bass, some drums, 16 bars. Let's take a listen. Did you see? It's already looped. I didn't even realize it looped. So it's perfect, right? It's great. So it's going to be a nice, perfect, continuous loop. Now we're just going to add a little melody on top of that. All right. So we'll go into some kind of lead. Now I have lots of leads in here. I don't want them to be too busy because again, we want to leave space for all of the sound effects and things. So this is called pimped analog saw. Okay, no, we don't want that. Percussive lead, mystic lead. Why not mystic? We're talking about shamans and other mystical creatures in this game, so that makes sense. Let's try this one. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay, don't worry. I'm trying to, how is that pronounced? Niljain, the bass volume, yes, it will be increased a little. Don't you worry. And remember, this isn't fully mixed yet, right? We're just laying these down kind of raw, so it will be louder. All right, set up our track here. This is going to be lead synth. Okay, set our input device, and we'll lay this one down too. And hey, if you've got any suggestions for me, feel free to just, say what you'd like to hear on here. I think this is coming along nice. And again, I think we'll make 2 of these so that they can even swap them out. And then we'll get to the sound effects. All right, so let's see. This might be too similar sonically and also maybe a little busy, but let's try it. Too similar, Michael?
Yeah, I think you would have to add some effects on this one.
Yeah.
Because it will...
It's kind of getting masked by
exactly.
by the others. Okay, so let me try something a little less buzzy.
The producer has spoken.
Yeah, I want that. You know I do.
Yeah. Film Forge Create.
Let's see what we can do. Let's go into a different one. Okay. So again, when you're kind of playing around with these things, Oh, this could be good. Ooh, electronic toy sounds. These are, oh, cool. Okay.
Toys.
Yeah, so like toy, electronic toy sounds. So this is from, oh, this is perfect. All right, so we were talking yesterday, Michael and I were talking about some like the Casio and Yamaha keyboards, the old ones from the 80s and stuff. So this is one of those sounds, Michael. This is from the, if you remember, there was a keyboard called the SK1. Yeah, they're sampled, early sampling, like early mid-80s sampling. So let's see, this is supposed to be a piano, which of course it won't really sound like.
Oh my god.
Right? What a beautiful piano.
Beautiful.
But that could work for this.
So full.
Something like that, like descending. That could be cool.
Yeah. We know just the like that.
Mm-hmm. Is it a little too soft, you think? Maybe it's a little too soft. And again, you know, this is so.
Oh yeah.
You just have to kind of keep trying these things out. Did we do it? Oh, we're gonna try. It actually works. Some people are saying it's worked. Those are the best, most sampled keyboards. Yeah, I mean, I like how it sounds. Yeah, all right, let's try.
Are you Hispanic? Oh, Jason? Yeah, Jason is Spanish. And then Portuguese. But no.
Yeah, and King Kuba, yes, it will be mixed in with everything else a bit better. All right, let's try one. Yeah, let's try one more thing here. I really want something that's kind of plinky.
I don't have an ear for sound critic, so we just sit here. Yeah, that's cool. Just sit. And by the way, where is our contest? Oh my god, it's so close. We need to get 36,000 followers by the end of the day, because we will give special giveaways, like big prizes. So follow the Adobe channel. If you are not a follower, just click on the follow button below the player. And thank you, Glimages. Thank you, King Kuba, for following the channel.
All right, so King Kuba, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put that piano on the same channel. So I just added this new one.
Oh, yeah.
I like this one
This will
better.
work.
I think so. I can play it with the other one, though. So I just added a little bit of sustain under there.
Oh, yeah, or maybe some or punch.
Uh-huh.
It will work with the punchy chords.
Yeah. I was going to try and keep it actually even single notes, just because those old key...
Yeah, you already have keys.
It would have been, would have been mono. Yeah. So let's hear it. Let's hear what this is going to sound like. Oops. Like that? You're not loving it. I'm not loving it either.
Yeah, you're kind of hearing a kind of you know that?
Yeah, I just don't. I'm afraid it might get too busy, because remember, this is going to be looping.
Yeah.
You know.
Da-da.
Okay, let's just try one. Let's just take it, and we're going to see what happens.
Embrace.
Yeah, we're going to just
Casio.
embrace. All right. So I'm going to select both of these. I'm going to slide them over. So we're gonna
Bubble flashbacks, yeah.
to give myself
game.
some count in, and let's just take it. Ah, snark. All right. Look at that. As I mentioned yesterday, that is referred to as a false start. It's like it never happened. let's hear what those sounded like right there. We'll keep it, but that wasn't a great take. You know, some days you're hot and some days you're not. Oh, I see there's some requests to play some drums.
Again.
Yeah.
Play the drums.
All right, I'll give you just a couple seconds here. Maybe my finger. I didn't warm up either, Michael. My fingers might need to.
Oh yeah.
Warm up a little bit. Oh no! Don't crash. Don't crash.
Baby, don't crash.
Baby, don't crash. No, come on, application. Don't
Play
tell me
the
you're not
Casio.
responding. Okay. I think my machine is dying. This other machine is dying.
That's great timing.
Fortunately, it's not the machine running Audition. That machine's just fine. But this
okay.
one.
The other one?
Yeah, the soft synths. They're not. Something's up. Okay. I'm gonna try and bring those back, and hopefully it comes back. All right. In the meantime, let's see if I can salvage any of what I just recorded here. Okay. So just that one bit right there, I think that's good. Yep.
This one, yeah.
So.
Yeah, because the question is that do we need a lead? You see what I mean?
Right. Do you need a lead?
Not sure.
I don't know that you do.
Maybe being surprised, you know.
Right. Okay. So let's make a loop out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be enough.
It's probably enough. Again, do a little top and tail. Now that's actually, let me just show you that. So if you guys see that right there, you see this? You see how the waveform is not crossing this zero crossing line, the center, and the wave is actually, it looks kind of skewed and it's going off screen? Yeah, so if you loop this, you're going to hear a subtle little click at the transition there. Or if you ever hear those little subtle clicks, that's why. So that's why you zoom in. You don't have to go all the way to sample level, but zoom in close enough. And here I actually am at sample level. And just use these on-clip tools here. And you can see there, right there, that's 4 samples of fade. But that's all you need to create a smooth, seamless loop. Really about 3 or 4 samples. Nice loop. I think that's going to work, at least for one section. Okay. Oh, I'm really hearing the. I see what you're saying now. I'm hearing myself.
You see now.
Yeah. All right. All right. So before we bring this back into the multitrack, just want to show you. And Mike was actually telling me that I should have explained it a bit more. So yeah, so like I don't create beat patterns via step recording or like a pattern sequencer or any kind of sequencer. I just play them, which just comes from years of being a concert piano player. Hold on, move this out so it doesn't hit the table. And I kind of developed this style a long time ago. Oh, you know what? I found what it is. This one kit, it must be corrupt. Something happened.
Which one?
The kit I was using yesterday. That's my favorite drum kit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's what happens when you're got all your sounds on a drive. That's all you can do. All right. Anyway, so this sounds very low.
Yeah.
So here, I'll adjust it here. Bang those drums too hard. Yeah. Yes. So does Audition have any samples built in? So it does not have them built in, but we do ship with, or I should say, as Creative Cloud members, you can download thousands and thousands of loops and samples. And I'm putting a link into the chat right now. Or was. Michael, if you just want to put my, somehow I got logged out on here. Wow, I'm just having all kinds of computer issues. BuddhaJewMusic.com. If you can put that in the chat for me, Paul.
I can do it, yeah.
Oh, okay. And just scroll down. It's about the third most recent blog post. If you go to this link, you'll see there are thousands of samples, music beds, most of which I've recorded, actually, and literally thousands. So you can use those, and it's everything from actual drums, basses, guitars, sitars, everything you can imagine. Any recommends for good software synths? Yeah, so I use Native Instruments Contact. I don't want this experience to be representative of what most would experience here. This is just an old machine, and I think it's just road worn. But I use Native Instruments Contact, and have dozens and dozens of their soft synth collections. They're my personal favorite, but that's just what I purchased years ago, so I've stuck with them. The truth is, I was saying yesterday too, they're all pretty good these days. All right, let's see. Are we loading here? What is happening? There we go. All right. So I can't choose that kit, so that's okay. Let's go and do a different one. Let's try this. Okay. Okay, have you got me muted, Michael? Oh, no, there I am. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit of ambience on here, which, again, you can run in real time. Let's go to our reverb here, Studio Reverb.
And someone posted an animation baguette. Finally.
Oh, finally an animation baguette. We knew it was coming today. We knew it was going to be there. Just a little bit of ambience, maybe even a little bit more.
Yeah, very good.
All right. So, as I was saying, everything is played. Each key, of course, is assigned to a particular drum.
Krush is crying right now. I can hear Krush.
Anybody can tell us right now what that beat pattern is from that I just played there, the very last one, you'll get a year of Creative Cloud. This is the beat pattern. Wow. Ha ha ha! Keyframer. Keyframer got it.
Oh.
Keyframer, you just got yourself a year of Creative Cloud.
He already won it.
You already won it?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, he's a drummer.
Oh.
And he's a drummer. It's too easy for you.
And he's a drummer, too.
Yeah.
Nice, right?
I've been playing drums for 40 years.
You're a good soul, Keyframer. He just said, give the CC to somebody else. All right, well, we'll keep that for the next contest.
And we have new followers. That's good.
That's great.
Paul Mark Sig. We have Silverblade. Thank you for following us.
All right.
We need more. We need more.
Very nice.
Okay, we have special prizes, big prizes, if we reach the 36,000 followers very soon.
Very nice. Okay, so let me just go ahead and save this bit out here of our little lead, piano lead. Okay, once again, we'll drop it in the multi-track. Is that you playing that, Michael?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
From my computer.
Oh, excellent. All right. So yeah, maybe we'll just put this right at the end here. Let's listen. Once again, we'll loop it, drag it out, and maybe I'll just have that one note sustain at the end there. Control click, drag out another one, copy it there, snap it to the bar, something like that. Maybe I'll even fade this one out like this. All right, and let's hear what this delay sounds like. We'll solo the track here, just to give it a little more space. I'm assuming this is probably going to be in stereo. I hope so. So we'll kind of give it some panning here. That's kind of nice.
Nice.
All right, so let's hear what that sounds like all together now. Kind of spacey. Yeah, simple, spacey. Now it feels like a Mario water level. Yeah, I was hearing Mario in my head. I mean, that's just it. I think that was cool. So, all right. Too much spacey? Oh, okay. Mike is very, very concerned about, he's very into this. Okay, all right, less spacey.
Spacey. Okay.
You know what, maybe we do a little bit of delay and just some reverb, just to give it some space. So it's not actual physical space as opposed to echoey spaciness. Let's see if this is better. Well, that could be fun to have some little punctuated drum fills in there. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so I'm just going to record this here. Something like that, maybe. I don't know about those cowbells. That was like massive Bubblecano I was hearing behind me.
Yeah, something good.
So that could be kind of nice, I think. Little punctuated. It doesn't do it for me. Maybe the end here. No. All right, I think as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the drum sounds when the volcano spews another. Yeah, I mean, it makes kind of a nice. Yay, big toms. Yes. Oh, you just reminded me. Speaking of bubbles, yeah. Ooh, you know what, Michael?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Where did I? Hold on, they're in the session here. So, by the way, this is, if you guys want to hear this. So this is what Michael's been playing since we've been playing the whole thing. This is the theme song that I wrote and recorded yesterday, so take a listen.
Bubble, 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 Bubblecano. Animated shaman, great, saving friends from a fiery end. Bubble, 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 Bubblecano. Watch out for the red hot lava, blow your bubbles to the sky. Save your beats and save the day, unless a shaman wouldn't try. Bubble, 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 Bubblecano.
All right. And all right, so that's the theme, that's the intro. So, but in this session, we actually recorded some bubble blowing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that could be kind of a nice, that could be a nice thing to be inside this track. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe somewhere. Let's just see. Maybe we'll ramp it up in certain spots. So maybe we'll have it come in here. And again, I'm using envelopes to adjust my volume. Now, you got a lot of different ways that you can do this. You could actually automate faders too. So I could just bring it up as I want. In fact, we'll see how this works just right here. Take a listen. That, you know, that sound just sounds, you know, it just sounds sketchy. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to use that or not. We want something. We want some kind of bubbly. Did you
I
hear
feel
that?
sick.
Does that sound like bubbling lava? Does it sound like someone blowing bubbles in a water bottle? All right. It's a combination of the two. All right, that actually kind of sounds like something else. Maybe we should.
It needs to be maybe deeper.
Deeper bubbles?
Like bigger, deeper.
Bigger,
you know,
deeper
like-
bubbles?
Yeah.
I can pitch shift it. Let's see if that'll do it. So, you know, I talk about this all the time, but obviously with composing, you know, it's no different than you're auditioning a lot of different things here. So, yeah, let's try dropping the pitch. I think that's a good idea, Paul. Let's put it in a nice big echoey room of some kind. I think that'll put the finishing touches on it that we need. Actually, here. Let's remove this. The bubbles are taking over the song. Yeah, no, I'm going to fade them in and out. It is rapid. It's like a slower tar pit. Yes. Let's slow it down. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's something about it's not right. How about if we do this? Yeah, no, I'm just letting you guys hear it loudly so you can kind of decide. I think that's okay. So I think if they're lower pitched now, I'd go ahead and add some echo on here. What is going on with this? Bubble, 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 Bubblecano. Okay, early reflections, nice and wide. We'll reverberate above 6K. We're not going to reverberate any of the low frequencies. We want minimal amounts of damping and lots of diffusion. Lots of wet signal and a good amount of dry signal. So what I'm going to do now is I will take this creation here. Let's bring it back to the beginning of the bar line. Select everything. Just drag it over. All right. Again, everything maintains time. And now I'll just shrink this up to kind of fit where we want it to be. And I'm simply going to do what's called ride the fader, which is, I'll put the mixer side by side, also known as flying fader automation. So this is going to allow us to just automate how much of the bubbles come through. Let's just take a listen to them by themselves for a second. All right. It kind of almost needs some compression because it's very low amplitude. So we can do a couple of things here. Let's just go ahead and adjust levels. Like that. Yeah, this may be completely out of place, but we'll give it a shot. And this is called bubbles. All right. Oh, we've got 45 minutes, Michael. Okay, we gotta get cracking here.
Oh yeah.
Just think, in the same amount of time yesterday, I recorded an entire song with multiple vocals, and we were already done with that.
Just saying.
We've got well, I'm very, very picky about the background music. Okay, so let's do it. So how we do this is, I'm going to go into an automation mode here. I'm going to write mode. So you've got all these various modes for automating. Go into write mode. I'm going to start with the fader all the way down. And then when I feel like I want the bubbles to come in, I'm just going to raise the bubbles, okay? So let's take a listen. Let's do it. So now, if I play this back, and if you're watching the fader here, and if we actually twirl this down, you'll see we have something called the automation lane. You'll see all the keyframes that it drew of my movement. Okay, and you can see where I'm ramping it up and down. And this is standard automation. So if you watch that bubble fader over here without me even touching it, right, it's recording all the movement that I just did. Yeah, I'm thinking the bubbles are done. So you know what? I think we're done with this. So here's what we do. We're going to simply do a mix down. I'm not going to worry about, I may bring down the lead just a little bit. I think it's a little too loud. Do we need any other sounds in there? I don't really think so.
Inside? No.
What do you think, Michael?
No, I think it's good.
It's just really simple.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a three-track song.
It's enough.
It's enough. I mean, you're playing.
And
So.
you still have to, you still have to focus on the game.
Right.
so.
All right. So we're going to do the entire session. Let's go ahead and just mix it to the desktop for now. Okay, yeah, that looks fine. All right, so we took the bubbles out. And then we'll just do a little bit of simple mastering on this. EQ. Now, because this is like game, I'm going to probably bring out some of the mids. In there, I'm going to get rid of that with a very narrow bandwidth. You can hear now the kick drum is kicking even more. Okay. So we've got like 6 dB of headroom. And then we'll put one more final limiter on here. Okay. We'll have this peak at -3.5. We'll give it about 3 additional dB of headroom. All right. So here it is pre-mastered. And here it is with mastering on. Okay, just very simple there. So, hey, Jazza. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know where I was going to go all different ways with this, but I think just KISS. Keep it simple. Silly. Okay, and again, so this is a perfect loop here. So I can just make sure that my tops and tails are 0 crossings, and they are. It looks good. And that's just going to ensure that we have a seamless loop without any clicks. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to apply this. Gets a little bit louder, a little bit bigger. Save it. And that's done. So that's the background music. Okay. So now we're going to go and we're going to attempt doing some of these sound effects here. So if I just pull up that, where's the list of effects that we had? Where's that? Oh, it's here. Okay. All right. So, erupt, shoot, pop, bubbled, bounce, score, dying. Okay. Perfect. All right, so some of these, of course, we're going to record with my voice. Some will be recorded actual sound effects or sound design. So let's do the voice ones first. So I'll make a new session. We'll call this Foley Effects. Put it in the same folder here. Click OK. All right. First one will be voice sounds. All right. So, and I'm going to have to reconfigure this mic again, Michael, so bear with me for a second.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell me if you want me to.
Yeah, can you mute this one here, our blue
Sure.
mic? And actually, maybe we switch over to you for a second?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, I'm working on some lip syncing now.
which is weird. So I have like that's the sound I have so far. Because these two singers, Michael and Jason, will just show up in the animation at some point. So I'm trying to see if it works. Maybe it won't. We will see. Paste the frame. Yeah. Okay. And I have the Kano ready. Maybe I can show you first the scenes I have. So the singer are not very important there. I can move it there. Okay. So these are the scenes I have so far. The tempo fluctuates. No, I think it's just you.
Yeah. It does not.
So I have the bubbles, and then he goes to the top of the plop. He blow. And then he dances because he's super excited at the end. Okay, let me show you it again. So here it arrived here. Ooh, very trippy. Tops of the volcano, and then boom. Okay, and then he dances. And I guess it will be the title. But the title will be designed tomorrow by Mike Gaboury. Looks good. Okay, thanks. But now I wanted to work on the because I need to show you. There's a cartoon that I really like when I was a kid. So in French it's Collège Fou Fou Fou, but what's the name in English? What's the name in English? I don't know. Maybe you will tell me if you. Maybe you will recognize these guys. Do you know these guys? It was a crazy manga. Best manga ever. Someone can give me the name in the chat in English? I think it's a high school something like Aizukuru or Kimengumi. No? Sorry, high school Kimengumi maybe. Well. These are their work. Yeah, if only. Just with you on Twitch. That's our work on Twitch. And and the contest we made with Animate on Twitter is still on. So maybe we can review some animations that you did and give away some Creative Class subscriptions. So Paul, maybe you can tell me where we stopped.
We stopped at the last one, the plants, the new. Actually,
The plants were already shown.
What's the one before that?
This.
Yeah, they.
The baby you were showing. You stop at the baby.
Yeah, so technically it would be.
So we have made with Animate the U.S. Army recruiting command.
That's kind of good for.
Yeah,
It could be game over, that one.
Yeah. Already have subscription. It's true. Crazy, it's true. Okay, U.S. Army. So let's go. Okay. We will vote for the best anime, okay? Because the best one will get one year Credit Class subscription. So the first one is your U.S. Army Recruit. Okay, hello guys. Come on, join the army. Okay, then we have Happy Dancing Plane by Joseph. Okay, nice. Dancing Planes. Okay, to participate, just create an animation and tweet it with the hashtag made with animates. And there's a dramatic death. Oh yeah, oh my god. Look at that.
It's a dramatic death. I had to pull that.
Holy hello.
By the way, for anyone
That's
curious,
dramatic.
that's just a minor second. Starting on the key of C, C and C sharp. If you want to create that effect.
That's dramatic.
Psycho style. Yeah, that's how you do that.
And we have a nice ninja animatic here. Look at that. Very nice. That's the ninja. Okay, let's create the poll and you will vote for the one you prefer. Let me put that in the chat. Now it's time to vote. Okay, so vote for your favorite one. US Army recruiting. It was this one. With a new kind of Santa Claus. Hey, join the army for Christmas. Then we have the happy dancing plaint. Hey, feed me. And the dramatic death. So at the beginning it looks like he wants to pee, and then he explodes. That's a consequence. And the ninja. 3 hours of animatics. Very nice. You know where to get a VCam? Yeah, there is an extension, Jazz. I was talking about it. There is an extension for Animate CC if you want a VCam. Okay, let's check the results. You like the ninja so far? Are we wet? It's a bit more. I think yeah, the ninja is very good. Let's take more votes. The plant is coming back. And the baguette, it's coming. We have time, you know. In 30 minutes we'll be with Paul and we'll review the baguette too. Don't worry. We take them one by one. I can show the baguette now if you wish, but it's not part of the contest. It will be part of the next contest. But this is the baguette. Where's my baguette? Always behind me. Okay, I think we have a winner. Congratulations to Mega 2416. Just won a 1-year Creative Cloud subscription. Congratulations. Great job. Yep, the winner is there. Let's go back to Animate now. So yeah, so I have Jason and Michael somewhere. Where are they? Where are they? Here? Oh my god. Oh, here they are. So we'll go inside the movie clip. And let's finish the lip syncing. This would be weird. Okay, the Kano is, oh man, it's so far away. Oh my god. So we'll just play with this.
Yeah.
Just copy paste the frame, you know.
All right. Oh, so you know what? We got to turn the air off. We're going to do the voice sounds and things.
Yeah, no problem. Can you put it to 80 or 85? Please, Paul. Oh, it's a nice sound. What is this sound?
So I was thinking, yeah, this one maybe for.
Oh.
Now I don't know when they say score. Like if you score every time, if you hear this every time.
Every
though,
time it's too much.
it's too much. So I'm wondering what we could use that for.
It could be just, maybe just one.
That's like you pick up a, you find food.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a shooting game, maybe this isn't going to work as well. But that's okay. For the moment, we're going to focus on all of the human sounds that we need. So, oh, there we go. Okay, nice and silent now. Now, as I'm recording this, again, I get asked all the time, like, so we're not in a treated environment. I don't even have a pop filter here. So, you know, this is definitely not the most ideal way to record voice, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. And you can still get a nice sound. And any noise that we do have, I can ultimately get rid of. So, as long as we don't have any of that kind of stuff. So, all right, here we go. So first one is, we're going to do some pops. So this is the pop sound. Okay. Quiet on the set. All right, here we go. Oh, final tally score. Good one, Keyframer. Okay, we'll use it for that. Here's the pop sound. We're going to make some pops. Okay.
Try without moving your head.
Yeah, was it?
Because
I'm hearing
you
it
can
too.
hear the shoulders.
That was a good one. It's got to be very strange to watch me do
That
it.
was a
I'm
good
glad.
one.
I'm glad this is live and people are watching. Okay. All right. So there's a pop.
Like, that was a good
Oh,
one.
you could also. Oh, you could also do this
like
one.
super professional, you know. Like that was a good one. Good pop. Very happy.
It's kind of gross.
Do you need one?
Slide in there.
You have the feedback, okay.
Can
you hear me?
Thank you, Keyframer. Yes, I'm just fine. All right, you want to get very close. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, those are way better. Okay, we will use those. All right. All right, so that's pop. Bubbled. Bubbled, I think we can probably use the bubble sample.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. We got bubbled. Score. We'll use one of those. Dying. Okay, yeah, 2 to 4 dying sounds. All right, so here's dying. Ugh. That was a zombie sound. Sounds like a belch, really. Ow. Ooh. These are grunts. Are these dead, dying grunts?
They're funny.
Yeah. If someone were to walk into the office right now, sounds like he's pooping. Did I just say that? I didn't mean to read that. Actually, I meant to read it, not say it. Oh well. Pooping. Lucy, I have some explaining to do. All right, here I'm getting stabbed.
That was good.
That sounds like pooping. All right. Not for me personally.
Oh man. That was great. I love that.
Hey, they said it. All right.
Oh,
All
that was
right.
great.
Now to the intro. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. That's right. There's my Edwin Starr. Absolutely nothing. Say it again. All right. One, 2 more dying. All right. I think we got 2 to 4 in there for sure.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. That was a good one. Ah.
What is it? Sheep? Horse?
I don't know what that was. All right. Okay, I think that's all the voice ones we need. Oh, maybe we do an erupt sound. No, we'll do that with a sound effect. Okay. All right, so I think we've got all the voice stuff we need. Now, here's another great little tip technique to show you here. Since, again, I told you, every time you record, you should always use amplitude statistics. And when you look at this, you're going to see that we're peaking at 0 dB, which for audio is bad. You never want to be at 0 digitally, ever. There's no reason to be at 0 because that's full saturation. And ultimately, if you're at 0, you're probably actually above 0, which we are, because you can see here, for broadcasters, we now use an amplitude scale that's based on loudness, not on peaks anymore. And in fact, the way that peak amplitude is calculated is even different in this new standard called True Peak, which follows, instead of dBFS, decibels relative to full scale, we're now actually measuring in LUFS, loudness units relative to full scale. And this is thanks to all of the broadcasters finally implementing some loudness regulations in commercials and TV throughout the US and Europe and Asia. And this is coming over the next, it's happening now, but it'll be everywhere, and it'll be implemented very strictly over the coming years. But what the essential thing here is that we've got all these clipped samples, right? 6,000 clipped samples. Now that may sound like a lot, but in terms of audio samples, you have, in this case, we're at 48K. That's our sample rate. That's 48,000 samples per second. So we've got 6,000 of them. That's not good, but it's not as many as it sounds. Totally easy to repair, though, using something called the diagnostics panel. So I've got my handy declipper here. And really all this is going to do is, because we're actually working in 32-bit float, this is kind of more on the nerdy side of things, but this is cool to know. Basically, it means that we've got 24 decibels of recordable dynamic range to work with, 144 dB, and then those extra 8 bits are basically for like rounding, processing, and it effectively means that we have essentially kind of an unlimited latitude to work with, a lot of headroom, a lot of space. So even if we have clipped samples, this declipper can find how many we have. And in fact, it actually only found 293 problems. Again, that actually is kind of a lot. And we can repair them using a preset here called Restore Lightly Clipped. All right, like this. And all the samples are repaired. And you can actually even see it restored some of the dynamics, whereas these before were like pinned to the top, right? Hitting 0, redo declipper. They're cool. I might even de-amplify this a little bit more. Like that. Now we run amplitude statistics, scan it. Okay, and now you can see we've got plenty of headroom, no clipped samples anymore, no DC offset, 32-bit float. This is actually showing our actual used dynamic range here. And we're now, if we were to broadcast this over broadcast television, we now fall within legal broadcast limits. Well, maybe. Yeah, let's see. Where are we? Yeah, minus 29 LUFS. Yes. So this would be a broadcast-safe piece of audio that we just created here. And if we just play it back, pop sound. We're going to make some pops. Yeah, was it? It's got. Here's Michael's. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. Now, let me show you some of the cool things that we can do with that, because what we'll likely do, and I won't have time to do, I'll do this tonight, because I have to give this to Grant and Mike tomorrow. In fact, I'll probably work on this while Paul and Michael are going over reviewing some of your animations and showing some last-minute tips and things in Animate. So what I would probably do is I would take this, I'm going to split this out, grab this and duplicate it down here. Whoops. Grab this and duplicate it like that. I'm just going to copy here. Okay. And just to show you this very quickly, I'm going to take our little pan envelope here. It's this blue line that you see in the middle. And I'm going to pan this one to the left, pan this one to the right. Mouse issues, trackpad issues, and use a little stereo delay, just a little. Not analog delay, I want the regular delay. And this is just going to give us a bit of a stereo ambience, that's all. I don't want it to really be a delay, I just want it to be a bit wider. So we'll probably do the mix 44% and maybe 34%. Let's take a listen to those pops. Oh, that's a good one. Oh. All right. So guys, can you hear that? So you can imagine when they... Oh, that's a good one. All right. The nice. Pop. Yeah, it's nice, right? And it's stereo, and it's got like a little bit of sort of echo. And again, when you're going to have that oh, those are way. It's not going to occupy the same sonic space, so it'll work together. So this is something which, again, I could take right here, right now. I could take these two files and just bounce this down to a new track and just make it. Let's do our time selection, like that. All right, and here we are. Oh, that's a good one. All right, easy. So we've got our pops, okay? So let's go back to the multi-track here. Thank you so much, Laser Poppin'. I like snakes. Awesome. Okay. Ooh, yeah. All right. As your text tone, bassman, that can be arranged. In fact, well, Grant will have, I mean, all of these elements, Michael, right? Will all of these as individual
Everything.
sound elements be in GitHub?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so bassman and others who were just asking, yeah, all of these sound effects will be available as part of the download that they're making available. So yeah, you'll get to use all these. You can do with them what you like. Okay, great. So we've got a little mix of that, and I'll just save this one out. We'll just save it as a new name. We'll call this Pops Bubbled 1, and I may make a few alterations to this before the day's over. Okay, all right. So let's go back in here and record just a couple of those like game over sounds. So here we go. Let's arm this track over here. Go to the beginning. All right. Oh, what was the suggestion? What did you say, Keyframer, about this one before? Where could this one go? Oh, for the tally at the end of your score? Perfect wake-up alarm? Yeah, that sounds like a wake-up alarm. It really does. All right. So let's record a little bit of that. Oh, wait a minute. I've got this on the wrong input. Helps to have the right input chosen. Going to line 3. Get rid of that. So again, as long as you got the right input, we don't have to worry about the microphones getting in the way. Oh, as I'm recording, solo that. I was going to play major 7. Okay. Oh, results screen. Thank you, results screen. Got a lot of decay on here. Okay, one of those will be good. All right, we want to go to, where was my game over sound? It's on channel 2, okay. Let's do our game over sound. Here. It sounds so dismissive, right? Yeah, that sounds like real old school, right?
Yeah.
By the way, that's that same minor second that you heard before.
Yeah.
But just played slightly differently. All right. So I think that's good for game over and for losing. Should we do anything else? I think that's a good losing sample. Nah, I think that's fine. Okay. Got those. All right. Got 13 more minutes here. So that's enough to work with those. Let's just hear that back for a second. Pop sound. Quiet on the sound. All right. Pink Bunkadoo, yes indeed. That's coming from it's from the Native Instruments Vintage Moog. That's a Moog emulator doing that. Okay, for synthesis, not an emulator, a Moog emulation. Yeah, so very retro. Cool. All right. Hey, Helen, thanks. Thanks for sticking around. Good night. Sleep well. And, you know, whatever you do, don't think Bubblecano. Oh, too late. All right. By the way, here, let me just go back to this for 1 second. Someone was saying before, so I just wanted you to hear this. Now, I didn't get a chance to group all of these yet. This is still a slightly modified rough mix from last night. But just so you can hear me and Michael. So again, all live, as you heard it yesterday. God, we recorded a lot of stuff on this yesterday. It's hard to believe. Okay. Okay.
Watch out for the red hot lava, blow your bubbles to the sky, save your peeps and save the day, unless a shaman wouldn't try. Bubble, 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 Bubblecano.
Okay. Bubblecano. Okay. Okay, we need a good shoot sound. What should shooting be? You're shooting bubbles. What do you think? Oh, thank you, Star Crunch.
Yeah. Oh.
Basement. Thank you, or
It's a
that would be thank you backwards. Well, he said I sounded good backwards, so I said thank you. Michael. All right. So, there we go, Lath. Very good. Play it again, Pepper. Which one? The game audio or the theme song? All right. All right, one more time.
Bubble, 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 Bubblecano. Animate shaman, great saving friends from a fiery end. Bubble, 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 Bubblecano. Watch out for the red hot lava, blow your bubbles to the sky, save your peeps and save the day, unless a shaman wouldn't try. Bubble, 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 Bubblecano.
Mesh, I don't know if you're still there, but you can hear it. Here, wait, I'll take the vocals out. Again, I think Michael and I added this for you in your honor yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you hear the cowbell in there? Yeah. Now, Michael, to your point, you know. No one is anyone to say that's not real guitar. All right. Cool. Yeah, Bubblecano. Ah, Notapoli. That's very nice. Well, you might get mad at it because we do a solo version of just Michael singing. Well, I kind of sang with him on the track, so he's not entirely by himself. But you can kind of hear it right here.
Bubble, 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 Bubblecano, and he made us shaman great.
That's why I don't know what I say.
Bubble, 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 Bubblecano.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I brought this
that's
part down
nonsense.
because, yeah.
That's just nonsense.
Bubble, Bubblecano.
Yeah, cool, right? All right. All right, so not enough cowbells. All right. Oh, nice, Lath. Only we know it's there, Keyframer. Sweet. Awesome. Okay. All right. So, shooting, Michael. What do you think?
So it's a bubble.
Shooting a
So it should be something like
Yeah, I mean, shooting out of his
yeah.
mouth, or where are the bubbles coming from?
Oh, the mouth. Yeah.
It's coming out of his mouth, right? Okay.
So it could be like chewing a little bit. You know, like.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, this is going to get weird fast. All right. Let's track it. So we'll do a couple couple takes here. So this is shooting. We've got 7 minutes left.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Dorothy.
OG.
All right. All right. So silence for a moment, gents. All right, here we go. Some shooting. Ooh, too much. Sorry. Too much breath. I wonder what that sounds like backwards. Let's reverse that and see. That's actually kind of neat. Oh, that one's pretty good. And if we added a little slap back on that, Michael, that could work pretty well.
Yeah.
Sounds better with that. I thought it was going to sound better. It's not great. Let's see. Yeah. That could work. Apply that. And what happens if we throw a little bit of ambience on there too? That sounds very well, that could work though. Let me see, and if I drop the pitch too. So we'll go into our pitch shifter. Actually, stretch and pitch. Let's just pitch it down.
And thanks to our new followers, I see Edward, I see Nuzelkia. So yeah, keep following the Adobe Twitch channel. There will be new artists. In less than 10 minutes, we will be with Post 20, who shares some tips and tricks. And now I'm trying to finish kind of animation. It's not easy. I have 4 minutes. Okay, that's
All right.
that's not good. That's not good.
All right, so I'm going to mark this as a possible shooter. That's good for something. I don't know what, but that's good for something. Too much breath. All right, too much breath. And we're going to cut this into something else. Sounds like a golf commentator. It's funny you say that, actually, because I did a video years ago on DSLR. And I just happened to be doing it kind of late at night, so it was very quiet. And the very first comment I remember on Vimeo was like, "Is this guy narrating the Masters Tour?" Because it was very, And Mickelson's on the 18. It's not looking good. Tiger's right behind him. Okay. Okay. All right. So on that note, in our last 3 minutes, Michael, I think I'm going to keep on editing these sound effects. And again, if you want to listen to the Bubblecano track, you can find it at my site, boodahjoomusic.com, BOODAHJOO, boodahjoo.music.com. And you can hear it via SoundCloud on there, and it's basically the rough mix. of the track. So I'm going to leave you with that and then hand it over to Michael. So go ahead and just grab that real fast. Okay, so here's the final mix one last time.
Bubble, 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 Bubblecano. Animate, shaman, great, saving friends from a fiery end. Bubble, 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 Bubblecano. Watch out for the red hot lava, blow your bubbles to the sky. Save your peeps and save the day, unless a shaman wouldn't try. Bubble, 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 Bubblecano.
All right, friends. Well, thank you so much for joining us and for enduring this very interesting, I'm sure, or at least very strange stream. But you know, this is ultimately how we make this kind of music and stuff. And you know, again, not being in treated environments. So like, you know, some of the voice and things, a little bit of noise. I'll use some noise reduction and take those out very easily. And Michael, is your animation ready to show at all before we sign off?
Almost there.
Before I sign off?
Almost.
How much time do we have, Paul? I mean, I guess we technically can go a little over. It's us next anyway, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I can show you something.
All right.
Okay. I had to cheat a little bit.
Okay.
I have to move to Premiere because I didn't have time to copy paste my frames. But you will get the idea. Okay, so the idea is to have the animation and then we pop up at some time.
Right. Okay.
Bubble, 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 Bubblecano. Animate, shaman, great, saving friends from a fiery end. Bubble, 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 Bubblecano. Watch
Very
out for the
consistent.
red hot lava, blow your bubbles to the sky. Save your peeps and save the day, unless a shaman wouldn't try. Bubble, 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 Bubblecano.
Very consistent.
That's awesome, man.
Fun.
That's great. That's great. And there you have it, Bubblecano.
And hey, we just missed the title, you know? So when we will have the title designed by Mike Gaboury, it will be
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
all the animations in Animate. It's just merging everything. To save time, I used Premiere to be in sync with the audio. It was easier. It's a nice workflow too, you know? You're learning a new workflow. Exporting HD videos and then boom. Is this live? Yes, this is live. Yeah. This is live from San Francisco.
This is definitely not
Yeah.
edited. That's for
This
sure.
is definitely
Yeah,
not prepared.
Not prepared.
That it's it.
Yes.
Hey, good night, Star Crunch. Thanks for being with us. And we will welcome Paul Trani for more tips and tricks on Animate and more giveaways. So follow the Adobe Twitch channel if it's not the case, because we will give away more Creative Cloud licenses to our followers and for the people who participate in the Made with Animate campaign.
All right.
See you.
Thank you.